So I'm going to explain how I caught the sales in Japan 225. Obviously, the trend is currently bullish, right? So I spotted this CRT. Let me take this off first. First and foremost, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, this channel is just basically about trade commentaries and everything you need to know about Forex, right? And my trading strategy. So I spotted a CRT here in a bullish trend. This is the CRT high and this is CRT low. But as you can see, this torso soup here, this blue candle, mitigated this key level here. Is another block. It mitigated it. So after it mitigated it, the next thing is for price to go and take out this high, right? To go and take out this high. And let's see if price goes to the 50%. So in my studies, like when I was trying, because I just started this CRT, I think I started studying it from last week. So from the studies I made, they always say that you should target 50% as your take profits first when trading CRT. But I kind of feel like 50% is kind of too small for me. So I decided to always go all in. And I trade props. Props, they do not allow stacking. Else I would have opened, two positions where I leave one running and the other at the 50%. I don't trade personal accounts. For traders that lack capital, it's advisable to trade prop accounts. Yeah. And I'm not exactly sure if I could find another entry, to now enter from here. What Romeo CRT taught us that you should target the 50% of your CRT, your candle range. Then after that, you then look for a re-entry if there's a possible re-entry, right? So let's continue what I was doing. So yeah, this turtle soup stabbed into this other block here, and this is what makes up a valid CRT. This is what makes up a high probability CRT. But one thing you have to know is that this game is about probabilities. Anything can happen. That's why it's advisable that you stick to your risk management. You don't just see your setup. Let's say because you see your setup and you're seeing everything that you look out for in a setup, and this is giving you your A+ setup. Then you decide to go all in. No, that's terrible, because that's your A+ setup can be an F setup in a minute. You understand? Anything can happen in the market. Okay, so sorry for the long talk anyways. So yeah, as you can see, we all know that, I don't know if we all know, but CRT candle is made up of 3 candles, and this is the first candle, right? And this is the second candle. So there are different models of entering a trade with CRT. I personally use the SLP, which is structural liquidity in POI entry model for my CRT buyers. And for that, I basically use the second candle, right? I enter on the second candle. That's what I do. And Romeo CRT always said that it's risky to place a trade from the second candle, and he advised that only advanced traders should enter from the second candle. Then if you're a beginner, you should enter on the third candle. That is the opening of the third candle. But obviously this CRT failed. Why did it fail? So we all know that this year is liquidity, right? So this turtle soup is actually a liquidity sweep. That is, liquidity has been swept on the sell side. Now, price is supposed to gain momentum and move to the upside, right? That's why in order to pick a valid CRT setup, it has to stab into a key level, right? Because this key level now is supposed to give it momentum to now go up and take out the buy side liquidity. But unfortunately, after getting to the 50% of this range, exact 50% of this range, it failed, right? As it failed, now what do you do? This is what that is exactly why we are doing this. So I was studying just yesterday I came across the concept of reclamation entry on CRT. So I decided to do a little bit study and I kind of found out something. If a CRT fails, right, you can reclaim it. Let's say you are looking forward to buy and the CRT was invalidated, right? You can then look forward to sell. So that's what we are going to do. So what did I do? Sorry, excuse me. What did I do? I marked out this spot. Yeah. Sorry, I marked out this candle here. This candle that invalidated this area. So I marked out the low of the candle, and then I went down to my 1 hour time frame to see what the candle is saying. Right? And sorry, no, that's not it. Sorry. I've already done the analysis and placed the limit order. Yeah, sure. I marked out the low of this candle, where this candle, this open and close level was where I marked, right? Where this candle closed was where I marked. This third candle, the closure of this third candle was where I actually initially marked, right? Now let's just put it there. I just don't want this thing to be too, okay. So that's the let's change the color of the candle so we can identify it. Yeah, so that is it. And I went down to my 1 hour time frame to just check what's going on there. So when I went to my 1 hour time frame, right, this here is a break of structure, or we can even call it a market structure shift here. This here is a break of structure here, and this happens to be the inducement candle. That's the model I trade, right? Oh my god, what have I done? Yeah. So then I really like lower time frames because they give me tight SL and high risk to reward ratio. So I decided to scale down first to my, I think, 30 minutes time frame. Then it was confirmed, right? It was actually confirmed. And this was a break of structure, right? And this is the inducement. I saw it, but I felt like this thing would be too much because if I am to enter this trade, I'm supposed to like cover this whole stuff here and my SL will be above here. So I decided to scale down to my 5 minutes time frame. Sorry. When I went to my 5 minutes time frame, I saw that the POI that was closest to my liquidity has already been mitigated. Now it's time. I can now take out this red candle, this red line rather. I could see that the POI that was closest to my inducement has already been, is a little bit close to it, not exactly mitigated, but when I went down to my 15 minutes time frame, I saw that this was where the POI is, so I just decided to go with the 15 minutes POI. And as you can see, there was a break of structure here, right? Oh, don't need to make this thing too shady. So there's a break of structure, right? There's a break of structure, and here comes our inducement. This candle here comes our inducement, right? It's a valid inducement because this was the first pullback. When market closed with a body candle, right? This closure Now opened and came up, retraced back up here, then closed down. So that's the first value pullback, and that's my inducement. So after my inducement, I look out for the POI, the point of interest that is closest to my inducement, and it happens to be this breaker block here. So that's why I used here as my point of interest. And as you can see, I'd already placed the order. This here happens to be our CRT load that was invalidated anyway, so I think I can take this out here. So I decided to place my order, and my take profit level is this draw on liquidity, this next draw on liquidity here, because the pattern has changed, right? So yeah, and I place my SL a little bit above this. So let's just see how this is going to play out. Thank you for watching. If you learned something, you can as well like, comment, and subscribe. Also, do not forget to share. Thank you so much. Bye. A few days ago, about a day or two, I made a video about how I ran my analysis and I caught this high risk to reward trade. Is a 23 RRO trade that you can see, approximately 24. Imagine you put a $50 on this trade, you're going to be making times 23.77 of it. Or just imagine you put $100 on this trade, you'll be making times 23.77 of your money. So I made a detailed video of how I cut this sales. This is just an update, right? It's a sequel to the very first video on my YouTube. So if you're interested in how I cut this trade, you can as well just go back to my YouTube channel, check the very first video that was made. That is a video that contains the details of this particular sale. So today we're going to be looking at another trade update, a trade I caught in Japan 225, right? Japan 225, where is it? Sorry, the stuff is quite, yeah, so it is. I made a detailed video, right, of my analysis on how I got a failed CRT. So I was actually expecting a CRT was forming on the 4-hour time frame, right? So unfortunately, after waiting for so long, imagine you waited so long for a CRT formation, and you got your CRT high and CRT low, your total sub that stabbed into a key level, and then it got invalidated by this other candle here. What do? Do you just leave the trade and look for another setup and wait for another CRT to form, or is there something else you can do? There is actually something else you can do. So it's in the first part of the video. This is just the second part of the video that I just added, because the trade has hit full tipping. As you can see, it's just a trade update. It has hit full tipping, and it's a 6 hour trade, obviously. 6 hour trade, right? My minimum risk to reward is 5. Right, then I have another trade placed here. So yeah, this is all that there is. Thank you.